Will Duffy, with the final experiment, has issued 3 challenges to Globers and Flat Earthers to make certain predictions about their trip to Antarctica. Flight distances, sunrise and sunset in Punta Arenas, and the distance between lines of longitude in Punta Arenas. Now for the globe, these are very well-trodden paths. The math for all of these things was solved ages ago and is used constantly in hundreds of apps and tools and websites. You can just plug in the numbers, it'll spit out the answer. There's a Wikipedia article for each one, and the one for sunrise equation even has pseudocode right there in the article if you want to make your own app or website. It's almost ridiculous. These have been done to death. So where's the fun in that if it's just a race to press a button? But Will Duffy said, show your work. And that makes it interesting because that turns it into a learning opportunity. Now you have to prove that you understand how the button works on the inside. For flight distances on a globe, you basically use the Haversine formula. Once I wrote it out, it was just some number crunching, which I did on good old-fashioned handwriting on paper, just to prove that I was using the Haversine formula. For distance between lines of longitude, the math for that was so simple, I just wrote it out in the message body of the email. But for sunrise and sunset, now that is some complicated math, and I think Will Duffy knew that, and that's why he kind of threw a softball on that one and said you can just look up the answer and be as vague as you want, as long as you give a reason for why you did what you did. Now, I saw a bit more of a learning opportunity there. If you want scientific precision for sunrise and sunset, you have to account for things like Earth's oblateness, the orbital eccentricity, atmospheric refraction, stuff like that. Those are some mountains that I wasn't personally ready to climb yet, but I knew that if I ignored them, accounting for everything else, I could still get pretty close, and I did. I accounted for things like the obliquity of the ecliptic and why that affects the right ascension of the sun and turns the analemma into a figure 8. So I sat down and spent some time. I wrote out a full geometric derivation from the globe for how to calculate sunrise and sunset, both the time and the azimuth, and I included it in my submission. I put a link in the YouTube video description for all of my submissions. Take a look if you want, you might learn something. And as for the challenges, may the best man win.